Yo, so what do you guys think about this? We've talked a lot about how like the add-on changes and the sort of paring down of buttons that class had to deal with and whatnot. And of course the acquisition of Blizzard by Microsoft. All is like, yeah, of course we're eventually getting World of Warcraft on Xbox. But a recent article on Windows Central actually puts that into like real deal on paper. The dude said it possibility. So Windows Central has released an article describing features of the next-gen Xbox console. This is on WoWHead, by the way. They reveal that the next-gen Xbox console seems to basically run Windows, which means it will be able to run any PC games across multiple platforms. So Windows Central said, similarly, the Xbox full screen experience will allow you to exit out to full Windows if you want to, and run competing stores like Steam, Epic Games Store, Microsoft's own Battle.net. It sounds weird for them to say it that way. The Riot client, and indeed anything else you want. Indeed, you can run Adobe CC or Microsoft Office on the next Xbox if you so choose. So the next Xbox is just going to be a PC. Now, users seem to be able to play games that are not traditionally available on Xbox, and multiple game libraries are mentioned, including the Battle.net store, with World of Warcraft being specifically called out. Many players have speculated that World of Warcraft is coming to Microsoft consoles with the acquisition of Activision Blizzard in 2022, further spurred on by the removal of add-ons, right, coming in midnight, right. Removal of add-ons, paring down of the buttons you have to press, one button rotation, all those things, coming at midnight. This article speaks nothing to this, only noting that PC games will work on the next-gen Xbox console, and well, World of Warcraft is a PC game. Well, they said this. Windows Central said, exiting out to Windows will be for those who want to access games traditionally not available on Xbox, including PlayStation games on Steam, mouse and keyboard first games like League of Legends, or even classic games from GOG and the like. You'll be able to run PlayStation's PC titles like God of War, Ghost of Tsushima, and Spider-Man on the next Xbox. That's crazy. They found a way around it. The exclusives or whatever. Purchase via Steam or Epic Games. You will be able to play World of Warcraft on the next Xbox via Battle.net. You'll also be able to install practically any game that runs on Windows, giving you access to decades upon decades of content on a single device. World of Warcraft has already technically been possible to play on handhelds. This currently relies on add-ons shown by this thingy. Right, so that's crazy, huh? That's crazy. Madness mode. Hey, Gamester, thanks for the Prime, man. Big flex for you, pumping us up with it, man. Thank you, dude. That's crazy, though, huh? That's pretty dang cool. Now, I do kind of wonder what the price of the Xbox will be. Is it going to be a powerful PC? Is it going to be like an okay PC? No matter what, that's kind of insane. It's a pretty big deal. And stores are pulling Xbox from shelves, making new consoles is just odd. Well, I mean, if it's basically going to be like a very inexpensive gaming PC that you can play Xbox games that they'll make for it, or you can just sort of tab out to a desktop and run just computer games. It's kind of crazy. Basically, they're going away from console and doing pre-builts. Well, I would imagine they'll still call it an Xbox, but it sounds like that's what's happening. Like the technology is just strong enough. I mean, you can already run games on your phone. You know, like the technology is there for you to be able to run pretty powerful games, you know, on a pretty small form factor device. So that's a different question of what is the next Xbox actually going to be. But when people go and they buy a new Xbox, which a lot of people do, some people just buy consoles. They don't really do gaming PC stuff because PC games are for nerds, but Xbox is fine. But now, I don't know what the motivation for their purchasing is. Anyway, a lot of people will buy consoles because they're used to that. But now they'll be like, oh, I guess I could try these PC games. And one of the games they might try eventually is good old World of Warcraft, especially if that's something that Microsoft puts some effort into pushing, which I imagine they will, since I bet it makes them a bunch of money. I mean, who knows? I've always thought it might be kind of cool to have World of Warcraft on like the Game Pass, or like some version of it on the Game Pass, so that people just get a try, right? Just get into it a little bit. Be interesting. $13.99 for the Xbox? I mean, who knows? Who knows? What's the current Xbox cost right now? Who knows? I mean, it could be very expensive, or it could be the kind of thing where they make it a price point where people decide that they're going to do a lot of their gaming on the new Xbox. Even if it is like they want to get the new Xbox to play PC games, as long as it's like at least 60 FPS and it like looks pretty good, I mean, I think people will probably like it. I mean, people don't really, do people care about 60 FPS? I mean, I do. Absolutely. A lot of gamers do. A lot of PC gamers probably do. But I'm not sure if everybody does. Maybe the console gamers don't really care. How am I at 560 verse already? Well, we've been playing a lot of Remix, that's for sure. First of all, big flex for you, man, pumping us up. Thank you, thank you. What we do in Remix is we do our daily raids, and we do our daily quests, and then we pretty much just blast Mythic Plus. It would be a really good idea to also have done all the zones. We have Zygor. Shout out to our sponsor Zygor for making the questing really easy. But we just have been spending more time in Mythic Plus than we have questing, because it's fun to hop on stream and blast people through the 40s that we've been doing. Our Demon Hunter right here is one of our Gigapump legends, who's actually 999 plus verse. He's 999 verse, but he also has the he has all the extra juice from like even being above 999, right? So he is a certified Gigapumper. We'll blast this raid with him real quick, but yeah, I mean, for Remix, log in, do your raids, go to Mythic Plus is what I've been doing.
This is a momentous day, my
But doing,
friends.
like, if you're new to Remix, just like focusing on questing and doing your dailies, like do your daily raids and quest, and including like your daily quests and your like zone completion quests. That's gonna give you a lot of eye level. It's gonna give you decent power, and it's also gonna give you good infinite knowledge, so that all the power gains you get are actually ranked up. Which I haven't done all of that. I'm like 26 knowledge only, but a lot of Mythic Plus, that's for sure. Why people selling carries for scrolls? Because scrolls are nice to have. It's good. It comes to console, definitely changed the game. Well, they're already sort of changing the game to make it possible to be on console, and that's one of the things that a lot of people have been noticing. But I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. Anything you can do to bring more people into the game is a good thing. And I think that WoW definitely can be like a little bit more compact in terms of like the package that you get, right? You don't have to have a million add-ons if they kind of have the add-ons in the game for you, basically. If the UI doesn't require it, if the content doesn't require the add-ons, and you just, you know, just have the game, and your character doesn't really require as much like craziness because you don't have like 4 different types of defensive cooldowns, offensive cooldowns, and whatever. You kind of have like your 45-second offensive, your minute and a half offensive, your 2-minute defensive, some rotational like recovery, something like that. And a lot of classes have like a similar vibe that works with their class and the class fantasy. It's just there's a little bit more of like a consistent design style where people can be like, oh, okay, this is my ult. Oh, okay, this is my mini ult. Okay, this is my defensive. And it kind of puts the game in a different kind of perspective where people can either play different characters more easily or get into the game or come back to the game a little bit more easily. Because having new and returning players is a big priority, I think, just to keep the game like populated and healthy. Because WoW's been around for a long time, but you want to bring new people in, and you want people who have maybe played before to come back. And so making the game approachable through the changes that we're having is great, and making the game able to be run on a whole new like platform, kind of, even though Xbox is like, this is gonna be a PC, but anyway, it's just gonna give you access to a whole lot more players, and more players again is the best thing that can happen for any game, but especially like an MMO. I mean, the world is like a cool, vibrant, changing place to be, and having more players to populate the economy and all of the group content and just the community is fantastic. So I think it's a good change, the changes that are coming in Midnight. And I think that having it be something that they have console like cross possibilities in mind for is definitely not bad. I think it's good, so I'm up for it, man. I'm excited. Just the future of WoW is something I'm definitely interested in. It's my favorite game, so having more players to populate the world and enjoy WoW, because I mean, a lot of you guys probably, do you guys remember the first time you played WoW? It's like no other game that, it's like, I don't know, the first time leveling through WoW and the first time going through like Stormwind and like walking up there is just like nothing else in all of gaming. And WoW has definitely changed over the years, but I think that that is a consistent thing. So if people who have never played WoW because they're always just been console gamers start playing because of Xbox, I think that'd be sweet. PvP on console be fun. Yeah, I mean, dude, I've actually had dreams of playing WoW with a controller. I don't think I'd really necessarily want to, but I've dreamt about it, and I've played like Diablo with a controller, and that felt kind of cool doing PvP with that too. So, I mean, I'm mostly just excited to just like farm, you know, like controller, keyboard turning noobs, you know, one button rotation, keyboard turning, controller turning noobs, just dunking on those guys in BGs. But that'll be great. That'll be great. That's healthy for the game. Fresh crop of noobs. But yeah, overall having WoW on Xbox confirmed is pretty exciting. I think it's something that a lot of people kind of had in mind, but actually having it be like talked about on paper is pretty dang cool. So I don't know when that's happening. I guess with the new Xbox, whatever that is, right? I don't know if we have like a timetable for that, but pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. And yeah, I mean, obviously, like talking about farming noobs and BGs is one thing, but now that'll be sweet to have a whole bunch of new people checking out WoW. Or honestly, maybe some people would just be like able to just kick back and relax and play WoW like on their couch, you know, just doing some farming, doing some dungeons on their, like while they're just kicked back. You know, that'll be kind of like a cozy vibe. You know, maybe they'll just be hanging out in their housing, their neighborhood, doing their decorating in the comfort of their couch or whatever. You know. Couch co-op WoW. I think it'd be pretty cool. Well, how will you play with, well, you can play with the controller right now if you wanted to. I would imagine that like cutting down the amount of extra buttons that you have, along with the one button rotation, is probably one of the things that would make it really easy to play WoW on a controller. For sure. For sure. Yep. All right. But yeah, the rest of the day we're gonna be blasting some 2027. You think? Yeah, we'll see. If you have to play for an internet subscription just to put your Xbox online, I think that might be a little too much. Yeah, I don't know. I actually don't use like Xbox online or anything, so I don't know how the Xbox like online thing works. But yeah, I mean, I would imagine you're gonna need a subscription for WoW to play WoW on Xbox, unless they put it on the Game Pass, which I think would be kind of cool. And we're 559 right now on the verse. My actual level is probably just a little bit lower than that. Just a little bit. But we're getting there, dude. We're getting there. The guys who are 999, we will start to slowly close the gap on the damage a little bit. I think that they keep farming main stat, but we'll start to slowly close the gap. It was kind of like when everybody got 740 and you start to slowly close the gap a little bit because they just got capped on eye level, and now they're going to be capped on verse, so we'll be slowly chipping our DPS up. But that'll be sweet, man. Very excited for the Xbox gamers to join the World of Warcraft, if that's what ends up happening, and it sounds like it might. We'll see. Again, we'll have to sort of see how much they push it and promote WoW on Xbox, but I think it will be a really cool sort of like thing to see how it goes with WoW and new peeps joining, playing Xbox. And I don't know if it'll like, I mean, I don't think it'll be optimal to play on Xbox necessarily, just because keybinds and just movement and whatnot, but being able to do like kind of like chill content, there are people who play on a controller and do fine in arena and stuff, by the way. So, you know, maybe they'll be fine. Maybe I need to check my PC gamer privilege there, but I think they're gonna be actually probably some pumpers on controller. But you can always already see, but like there's gonna be people who are like no controller gamers allowed, no console gamers allowed, and that will be funny to watch the sort of tribalism develop, I'm sure. But I would imagine most people, like anything, will probably be like pretty chill about it. There's always gonna be some weirdos who are like trying to exclude people, but I feel like for the most part it'll be cool. I'm excited for it.